is just noise. Old noise usually, picked up somewhere along the way and carried around so long it started to feel like yours. It is not yours, and the truth about you is quieter than that voice, softer, and that is what we are going to spend some time with tonight. Let's start simply. You have a body that is working right now, a heart that is beating, lungs that are filling and emptying without you having to ask them to, a nervous system doing thousands of things simultaneously just to keep you present in this moment. You did not earn any of that. You did not perform your way into deserving it. It is simply yours. You simply are. That is the foundation of everything I want to say to you tonight. You simply are, and that is enough. I want to talk to you about the way you see yourself, not the way others see you, not the way you think you should be seen, the way you actually see yourself when you are alone, when the day is quiet and the performing is done, and it is just you. For a lot of people, that moment is uncomfortable. The silence turns up the volume on the critical voice, the one that notices everything that did not go right today, everything you wish you had said differently, every way you fell short of the version of yourself you were always trying to be. I hear that. That experience is real, and it is common, and it is one of the loneliest feelings there is. But I want to offer you something different tonight. Not a correction to that voice, not an argument against it, just something to put beside it. You are doing better than you think. Not perfectly, not without mistakes or rough edges or things you are still working through, but better than the critical voice would have you believe. The critical voice is not an accurate narrator. It is a frightened one. It catastrophizes. It keeps score in only one direction. It remembers every failure and forgets every small act of courage and care and persistence that got you to this moment. You got yourself here. Through everything, you got yourself here. That is not nothing. That is everything. I want to say your name right now in my head, even though I do not know it. I am saying it, and I am saying you are worthy of love, not a future version of you, not a healed version or a thinner version or a more successful version or a less anxious version. This version, the one sitting here right now, the one who is a little tired and a little uncertain and still, despite everything, showing up. You are worthy of love, exactly as you are. Say it to yourself if you want, quietly, in your chest, where words live before they become sound. I am worthy of love. You do not have to believe it completely. You just have to let it sit there, like a seed. You do not force seeds to grow. You just create the conditions and trust the process. Tonight we are creating the conditions. Take another slow breath in and out. Feel your shoulders. Let them drop just a little more. You do not have to hold yourself so carefully tonight. You are safe here. This is a space that asks nothing of you except your presence. And your presence is enough. Your presence has always been enough. is something I want you to know about the way you talk to yourself. Most people are significantly kinder to other people than they are to themselves. If a friend came to you at the end of a hard day, tired and self-critical and convinced they had failed at something important, you would not agree with them. You would not list their shortcomings. You would listen. You would offer perspective. You would remind them of their strengths. You would tell them that one hard day does not define them. You would be gentle. I want you to be that person for yourself tonight. Not tomorrow, not in general, just tonight. For the next few minutes, I want you to be your own gentle friend. The one who sees the whole picture. The one who knows that you are not the worst thing you have done, or the worst thing you have said, or the worst day you have had. Well, you're so much more than that. You are the person who keeps trying, who gets up after hard things, who cares about the people around you, even when caring is exhausting, who has made it through every difficult day that has ever come before this one, including the ones that felt unsurvivable at the time. You are still here. You are still trying. You are still you. And you are enough. I want to give you some things to carry with you. Not tasks, not goals, not ways to be better. Just truths. Simple, quiet truths that belong to you, whether you feel them right now or not. You are allowed to take up space in rooms, in conversations, in your own life. You do not have to shrink yourself to make other people comfortable. You do not have to be smaller or quieter or less than you are. The space you occupy is yours. You belong in it. You are allowed to change your mind about things you believed, about paths you chose, about who you thought you were supposed to be. Changing is not failing. Changing is growing. The person you are right now is not a fixed point. You are allowed to keep becoming. You are allowed to have needs, to be tired and say so, to be overwhelmed and ask for help, to need rest and take it without guilt. Needing things does not make you a burden. It makes you human. And being human, fully and honestly human, is not something you need to apologize for. You are allowed to be proud of yourself for small things, for getting through the day, for being kind when it was difficult, for trying again after failing, for choosing this moment, this quiet, this gentleness toward yourself. Pride is not arrogance. Pride is recognition, and you deserve to recognize yourself. Breathe in slowly and out. You are here, right now, in this body, in this moment, in this life that is yours and no one else's. I want you to think for a moment about something you did recently that required courage. It does not have to be dramatic. It does not have to be something anyone else noticed or applauded. Just something that cost you something. A difficult conversation. A decision you made, even though you were uncertain. A moment where you chose honesty over convenience, or kindness over comfort, or growth over safety. You did that. Whatever it was, you did person who does the quiet, courageous things that nobody sees. That is you. And that person is worthy of love. That person is worthy of rest. That person is worthy of this moment of gentleness. Want to speak to the part of you that compares, the part that looks at other people's lives, their confidence, their achievements, their apparent ease with things you find difficult, and concludes from that comparison that you are lacking, that you are behind, that everyone else has figured something out that you have not. Here's what I want to say to that part of you. You're seeing other people's outsides and comparing them to your own insides. You know, every doubt you've ever had, every fear, every moment of uncertainty, you do not have the same access to theirs. The confident person you are comparing yourself to has their own private conversation running. The person whose life seems easy is carrying things you cannot see. Comparison is not a fair contest. It never has equal information on both sides. And even if it did, well, even if you could see everything, and the comparison was perfectly fair, you are still you, a specific, unrepeatable, particular version of a person that has never existed before and will never exist again. There is no comparison that accounts for that. There is no ranking system that captures the specific value of being exactly who you are. You are not in competition. You are in a life, your life, and your life has worth that is not measured by how it compares to anyone else's. Take one more slow breath with me, in and out. Feel the weight of your body wherever you are. Let it be heavy. Let the surface beneath you do the work of holding you. You do not have to hold yourself together right now. You are held. You are safe. You are loved. You are enough. Say those 3 things to yourself now. Not out loud. Just let them move through you like something warm. I'm safe. I'm loved. I'm enough. Let them be true tonight. Even if the belief is fragile. Even if part of you wants to argue. Just for these minutes. Let them be true. Let them live in the room with you like a quiet presence that asks nothing except to be acknowledged. You are enough. Not because you earned it tonight. Not because you performed well or showed up perfectly or did everything right. But because worth is not something you earn. It was never something you earned. It was always already yours. You were born with it. The world may have told you otherwise at various points. The world is sometimes wrong,